you've already met. Her name is Vicki DaSilva, and she is a light graffiti artist, among other things.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for having me. I am happy to be here. This is, what you see here is a light graffiti photograph made live at night on location, in camera, on film in 1984. I began making this type of work while an art student, and I continue today using the same basic technique of single frame time exposure photography. I shoot film as well as digital. Fast forward to 2008, this work is a form of environmental graffiti. Imagine light graffiti smart mobs around the world using this non-vandalistic technique for political and social commentary through photography and flood loading to a common news site. Google light graffiti and you'll get over 7.5 million hits. This photo, 4%, was made as a response to New York Magazine's art critic Jerry Saltz's Facebook conversation in April of this year about the Museum of Modern Art showing a mere 4% of women artists in the permanent collection of painting and sculpture on floors 4 and 5. My blog is lightgraffiti.com. This is a light painting photograph using a 4-foot fluorescent lamp wrapped with color cellophane gels to create a work that combines painting and sculpture. This photo was made in 1987. This was made using a wire pulley system installation which raises or lowers the lamp manually. I collaborate with my husband Antonio, who conveniently is an electrician and my personal technical director. This photo was our first wire pulley system piece made inside a covered bridge. The lamp travels manually along the installed wire track, fixed to the beams and the floor, and obviously there is no traffic. This photo is titled Homage to Joseph Albers. It was inspired by Albers' homage to the square paintings he made for over 25 years. We used the existing structure of the bridge and the wire pulley system. 3 sets of beams were used as the hoist points to create the squares within the squares. The next 3 photos use a 100-foot portable metal track system installation, manually moved across the landscape and repeated, live on site. An 8-foot lamp on a wheeled apparatus is pulled along the track. This series was made at Union Terrace Park in Allentown, PA, where we live. The Parks and Police Department have very kindly allowed us to make art in the parks for over 10 years. Call up and I say, light lady, put me on the board, I'm going out tonight. People often gather to watch us work, and they are usually quite confused and skeptical as to what we are up to. Our favorite inquisitor was a man who thought we were irradiating insects on the ground. Light tartans, this is called light tartans. Our frequent visits to Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia inspired my idea for these photos. Please keep in mind that none of the work is digitally manipulated. It all happens in real time. And this photograph took over 2 hours to make one image. This is, again, the light tartans. A 90-degree, 10-foot high wall was the facilitator for these light tartans. We propped one end of the metal track up on the wall and ran the lamps along one side, then switched to the other wall and repeated to overlap and make the plaid. This photo should scream the title if I have correctly commercialized the plaid. If anyone is thinking Burberry, you are a winner. This is a handheld technique, moving the lamp once vertically and then horizontally. And patterning the bulb with the gels to make it have that pattern. This photo was a simple yet significant change for me in 2009 as I eliminated the color and simply walked with the 8-foot lamp held vertically in this beautiful ruin of the Lockridge Ironworks complex in Alberta, Pennsylvania. And of course the moon was just at the right location at the right moment. Continuing with the white lamp and back to the covered bridge, this time using the pulley system at each of the 12 bays and lowering the lamp vertically from inside. The sky is exposed to the film at dusk for a few seconds. The lens cap is put back on the camera and the light painting is added when it's completely dark. Walking with the lamp allows for illumination of the interior space as well as a dissecting of the space sculpturally. If you're wondering why you can't see me in the photo, it is because I am continually moving and it's dark. The other one is titled, this one actually is titled, Let Me Take You to the Other Side. This piece made last year is an homage to Richard Serra's Tilted Arc sculpture on the 20th anniversary of its removal from Federal Plaza in New York City in 1989. I received permission from the General Services Administration and the Department of Homeland Security to make this photo, the same department that removed his work and became probably the most famous public art. This image was made in the Fabricolor building, an abandoned silk mill in Paterson, New Jersey, in April as part of a large group show there in May of New York artists titled Escape from New York and curated by Olympia Lambert. This was also made in the Fabricolor mill in the largest room on the 4th floor. I was trying to gather or hug the space with light walls, made again from walking with the lamp vertically from the far end on either side. The title is Space Hugger, and it's one of my favorites. This photo was made in May of this year at a beach on Cape Breton in Nova Scotia. It was the perfect site for me to incorporate landscape, sea, sky, and light painting. It was the first time that I worked at an ocean site, and I really needed the correct location to incorporate a landscape. And here I was trying to remain underneath the dune grass. The objective was to make the handheld light painting below the level of the dune grass so as not to interrupt the ocean, horizon, or the sky. Please visit my website at VickiDaSilva.com and also my blog at lightgraffiti.com. Thank you.